In the heart of the world, there was a place called the Whispering Swamp. It was not a scary place. It was a magical place. The reeds whispered secrets to the wind. The fireflies danced like tiny floating lanterns. The water was as clear as glass, showing the stars above. And in this swamp lived a very peculiar frog. Her name was Lumi. She was small, and her skin shimmered with a soft silvery light. She was not like the other frogs who sang loud songs and jumped for flies. Lumi was quiet. She watched the world with wise old eyes. Lumi was different in many ways. She did not croak like the other frogs. Instead, she spoke in riddles. What has no voice but tells all stories? She might ask, pointing a slender toe toward the flowing water. The other frogs would just blink. They did not understand her strange words. Lumi could read the wind. She could feel a storm coming long before the clouds gathered. She knew which way the river would turn before the current shifted. But most of all, Lumi loved the moon. She said she was once a star, a tiny piece of light that had fallen from the night sky long, long ago. Every night, while the other frogs slept, Lumi would find the biggest lily pad. She would sit there for hours just looking up. The moon was her friend. It was her family. She would whisper stories to it, tales of the sky and the stars she remembered. The moon would listen, or so Lumi believed. It bathed her in a gentle, white glow, making her shimmer even brighter. The other creatures of the swamp, the sleepy turtles and the silent herons, grew used to the sight of the little frog who spoke to the moon as if it were an old dear companion. The swamp's magic was tied to the moon. When the moon was full and bright, the flowers glowed with an inner light. The water sparkled with tiny diamonds. The whispers of the reeds were clearer, telling stories of ancient times and forgotten magic. Lumi felt this magic more than anyone. She felt the moon's pull in her tiny heart. She believed its light was what kept her own shimmer alive. It was the thread that connected her, the fallen star, to her home in the vast dark sky. The moon was the keeper of the swamp's dreams and its most precious secret. One evening, something was terribly wrong. Lumi hopped to her favorite lily pad. She looked up at the sky, ready to greet her friend, but the sky was empty. It was a blanket of black velvet with no silver button. The moon was gone, not hidden behind a cloud, not a thin sliver. It was simply gone. A great silent emptiness had taken its place. The stars seemed small and afraid without their glowing queen. The whispering swamp held its breath. The silence was heavy and dark. Lumi's heart felt cold. The world felt wrong. Without the moon, the magic of the swamp began to fade. The glowing flowers dimmed to a dull gray. The water lost its sparkle and became dark and murky. The fireflies, usually so joyful, flickered weakly and then hid among the cattails. Even the whispers of the reeds grew faint and sad, like the sighs of a forgotten ghost. The other frogs noticed it too. They felt a strange